Hey guys, just wanted to jump in here just before we start this video. If you're thinking of buying, my e-commerce Google Ads course, just about to drop the third week's module on, product research method. Pretty much from Tuesday, I'm going to be dropping that. So if you're thinking about grabbing it, first link in description, and I'll see you inside. Hey guys, just wanted to give a quick little update on the 10k store challenge. Now I know it's only been a minute since we did the last video, literally like 2 days ago, but I did say in the last video I did want to, once I get a first SPC, I did want to show you step by step how I, duplicate my products for an SPC launch pretty much. So not, from brand new, I always duplicated it. So, I'm coming back in here, giving an update, and we're going to go over it real quick. So in the last video, we've done about £300 in profit pretty much. We've done a little bit more because, like I said, we've got the £80 of free ad spend to to credit us. So we've actually done about £400 GBP, which is amazing. It's literally been about 1 week since launch. Here's all the quick kind of boring stats which you guys care about. A little bit of spike, a little bit of dip, but it's absolutely fine. It's a brand new campaign. So 114k impressions, almost 1,000 clicks, really good CPC. But yeah, let's show you real quick how I duplicate campaigns in the best possible method. So what we're really looking at here is always we want to filter by conversion. So like I said, most of this is going to be blurred, let's be honest, but we can see here this conversions, we've had 6 conversions. Conversion value is amazing. Cost, conversion value, so that's cost, that's a ROAS. So we're getting a 13x on our money. So $1 in, $1 in, $13 out. So do the maths. That can get a little bit crazy over time in a good way as we're starting to scale up. So it's had 6 conversions. The cost per conversion is obviously profitable at £1.73. It's about $2. So we're super profitable on this item. It's not a high ticket item, but it's still very profitable. So how do we duplicate that on the best possible way? So all we do is I copy the Shopify ID number and the item ID. I go back to my all campaigns, and then I go campaigns. Obviously, I'm just going to have one, the all products campaign. So I'm going to edit, copy, edit, paste. Now I don't touch any of these. I just literally just paste it. I'll give that a couple of seconds to do its thing. Now the difference is here, if you do a brand new campaign from scratch, I've done it many times. To me, it just doesn't keep the data as much as a copied, duplicated version. So that's why I always duplicate the version. Obviously, change a couple of little settings as well, which we'll show you, real quick. But it's just the best possible way to, begin the beginning stages of scaling an SPC, and it's the fastest possible way to get this SPC rolling. Now, it's not 100% foolproof. Just like anything, sometimes 9 out of 10 times it is successful, but 1 out of 10 times it just doesn't do as well. It just doesn't do as well, and that's absolutely fine. You just reevaluate the data and see what you want to do after that. So we've got an all products, /2. Now I'm not going to name this real quick right now because it's going to be a real annoyance to be blurring it out, and obviously when I'm editing this, but I would call this the product. So for example, if it was, a dog toy, I would call it the dog toy, right? So I would go in here underneath the campaign, and if I go in here and then I go product groups, all I'm really trying to do now is just copy that item ID. If I change this to product item ID, paste this in, it's really this simple. Now this can get a little bit confusing if you really don't know what you're doing, as you can imagine. But instead of turning off this one, because I'm scaling this one now, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn off everything else in all products, and I'll show you what that looks like in a nutshell. Products. If I filter this by product status, now you should see, well, you won't see the product, but you'll see the first one is ready to serve. Everything else is obviously from the all products test campaign, but I've just duplicated the winning product here. Now this one's ready to serve. Now what I like to do as well is like to change a couple of settings. If I go back in here, the main settings, because we've duplicated it, we've got the original settings from the general test campaign, but I like to change up a little bit. I like to go up a penny more just because I want to give this more priority. The budget's not going to be that crazy, so I'm just going to put it to 50 right now. Now I will increase this obviously if it's spending the £50. I want to keep scaling this up. The campaign priority, I always put that to high to give it, more priority. And the last thing I like to do is just exclude it out of the all products campaign, because we're not, obviously, we don't want it to show in the all products test campaign. Now we don't want it to show twice, right? So we're scaling it, we're getting rid of it out of the all products test campaign. It's in the SPC, it's ready to go. And obviously on this one, I'll turn off, the ID. So I've got it running in the all products test too. Like I said, it's going to be named to the product obviously after this video. But what, I want to start looking at now is I want to start looking at search terms. Now I don't touch any negative keywords in the all products test campaign because it's too much. If you've got a bunch of products, it's just a little bit messy. But now I'm in the all products 2 campaign, which is the SPC. Over time, I'm going to start noticing keywords come in. Now I want to filter out, anything that's not relevant. So it's super simple to do. Just keep the stuff that's relevant. It's not always 100% foolproof. Like I said, you're going to get some random stuff that gets you sales, and it shouldn't be relevant, but that's just the name of the game. So just, you're going to be starting, doing your search terms now. But I just wanted to drop this quick video just to show you how I, duplicate a winning product from an all products text and how I can fully optimize that and really scale this to the moon. This is just shopping as well. So once this campaign gets to 50, 100 sales, ideally 100 sales, then I'll start doing skags and scaling it even further. Obviously I've got Bing that I'm not doing yet on this store. I might not do it at all until I hit the 10k challenge store, but obviously I can scale with that as well. So this is just very beginning stages, but you can see how now it's starting to do super well. And obviously if I keep scaling this up, this could be a potential good product to keep in the loop. But yeah, just wanted to make this quick video, guys, and I hope you have a good weekend, and I'll see you next.